Hey everyone, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, there's been so much hype behind these assets recently. So in this video, I'm not going to get into the Bitcoin debate of whether it is a legitimate investment or pure speculation and it will all end in tears. I did a previous video on that where I basically pitted together Warren Buffett versus Cathie Wood and they battled it out to see if Bitcoin was actually a legitimate investment. So I'll leave a link for that video in the description below so you guys can make your own mind up whether you think cryptocurrency is a good investment. But in this video, I'm actually going to dive into a technology of which there is no debate about, and that is blockchain technology. So what is blockchain technology? Well, blockchain is sometimes referred to as a distributed ledger technology, or DLT, and this makes the history of any digital asset unalterable and transparent through the use of decentralization and cryptographic hashing. So what the hell does that mean? Well, here's a simple analogy. Google Doc. When we create a document and share it with a group of people, the document is distributed instead of copied or transferred. This creates a decentralized distribution chain that gives everyone access to the document at the same time. No one is locked out awaiting changes from another party, while all modifications to the document are being recorded in real time, making changes completely transparent. Now, of course, blockchain is a little bit more complicated than a Google document, but it still stands clear and it's a great analogy to use for blockchain technology. So there are three main points you need to know with blockchain technology. The first is that digital assets are not copied or transferred, they're distributed to another person the same way as a Google document. Second, the asset is decentralized, so there's no central party. The same way with currencies, you have a central bank which controls the money supply. With Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which are based on blockchain technology, this is decentralized, so no government has control over the entirety of the supply. And then third and finally, there's a transparent ledger which everybody can access and they can actually see which transactions have taken place. And this creates trust in the system. So a personal philosophy which I live by when investing is when there's a gold rush, why not just sell shovels? And this goes back to the California gold rush where the people that actually made significant sums of money were not the people mining gold. The majority of people who made a good amount of money in a safe and reliable way were the people selling the shovels and the equipment to do the mining. And in this case, I think investing into blockchain technology could be a great way to play the crypto boom because it will also come with less volatility. I personally think there could be a major bubble and potential crash in cryptocurrency in the future, despite Tesla and Elon Musk investing over $1 billion into Bitcoin and formally accepting it as payments for a Tesla. They are still extremely volatile assets, and that's why this video is not financial advice, guys. Please do your own research and due diligence before investing into any stock or anything else I mention on this channel. But in this video, I'm going to dive into the top 3 blockchain ETFs. So for those who don't know what an ETF is, this basically stands for an exchange traded fund, and it's basically like a basket of stocks or assets which you can simply buy in one go. And the benefit of this, it tends to be massively diversified in one go. So it's a lot safer investment and also gives you a play on a variety of different assets. So before we dive into my top 3 ETFs, if you're new around here, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do find any value at all in this video, even just a little bit of value, feel free to give this video a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. And with that being said, let's dive in. Kicking things off at ETF number 1 is Amplified Transformational Data Sharing ETF with the ticker symbol BLOK or block. So the 1-year performance for this ETF has been 112%. So that has been a fantastic return, especially for an ETF. 112%, guys. That's incredible. However, like all ETFs, there is an expense ratio. So the expense ratio for this ETF is 0.7%. But they also pay an annual dividend yield of 1.72%, which is great to see. Assets under management for this ETF is currently around $500 million. And the inception date was back in 2018 when this ETF was started. So what I like about Block is it's an actively managed ETF that invests a minimum of 80% of its net assets in stocks of companies engaged in the development and utilization of blockchain technologies. Now, the great thing about actively managed ETFs is you've actually got an investment manager who specializes in that industry, diving into each one of the stocks and basically switching out the bad stocks and putting in the good stocks into the ETF, all for you guys. And really, you pay a minimal expense ratio for that expertise in stocks. Very similar to Motivation to Invest. So the ETF follows a blended strategy, investing in a mix of value and growth stocks of various market capitalizations across the world. So with small and large cap stocks, small stocks tend to be more volatile, but also tend to outperform and have higher growth than larger cap companies. So it's good to have a mix in anyone's portfolio or ETF. So the fund is comprised of 55 holdings, mostly operating within the software and services, diversified financials, and media and entertainment industries. So what are the fund's top 3 holdings? Well, the first is MicroStrategy with the ticker symbol MSTR. This is a provider of enterprise software platforms. Second is Marathon Patent Group with the ticker symbol MARA, a digital asset technology company. And third on the list is Silvergate Capital Corp with the ticker symbol SI. This is a bank holding company whose subsidiary Silvergate Bank provides financial infrastructure solutions to participants in the digital currency industry. So to me, that's my favorite ETF right now in the blockchain space. It's very interesting. Of course, it still comes with the risk and volatility of the crypto market and of the blockchain market, which we will see with any new technology. But still, if you do want a diversified way to invest, this could be an option for you guys. Of course, guys, again, this is not financial advice. Okay, diving into ETF number 2 is the Reality Shares Nasdaq Next Gen Economy ETF with the ticker symbol BLCN. So the performance over 1 year has been 62.8%, so fantastic performance again. The expense ratio for this ETF is 0.68%. And this also pays an annual dividend of 0.58%. Assets under management currently around $200 million. So BLCN tracks the Reality Shares Nasdaq Blockchain Economy Index, which gauges the performance of companies involved in developing, researching, and supporting, innovating, or utilizing blockchain technology. The ETF also follows a blended strategy, investing in growth and value stocks of large cap companies across developed markets. So this one is generally focused on the large cap space. So what is this ETF's top 3 holdings? Well, the first is Galaxy Digital Holdings Limited with the ticker symbol GLXY on the Toronto Stock Exchange. This is a multi-service merchant bank dedicated to digital assets and blockchain technology. So this blockchain ETF has also invested into Baidu and its second largest holding. So Baidu with the ticker symbol BIDU is a China-based internet search provider. So basically Baidu is the Google of China, but I'm assuming they also must be working on blockchain technology for them to be included in this ETF. I am actually personally invested into Baidu, the stock, not really for blockchain, but more due to the technological advantage that Baidu has in the Chinese market. Okay, and finally, the third largest stock in this ETF is Canaan Incorporated, ticker symbol CAN. This provider of integrated circuit microprocessors for supercomputing hardware. So all very interesting companies. And these also have a lot of technological advantages, even without blockchain. So blockchain is really a bonus for many of these large cap companies in this space. So for me, the second ETF on this list is the more conservative ETF because you're really investing into companies involved in the entirety of the technological space. But you've also got that blockchain as a little bit of a bonus.
Make me a lot of money one day. You know that, right, Bitcoin? How would you like to be Mrs. Bitcoin?
What are you doing, dude?
Hey! I told you to knock, goddammit!
Okay, on to ETF number 3, my third and final ETF on this list, Trust Index Innovative Transaction and Process ETF, with the ticker symbol LEGR. So the performance over 1 year has been 22.5%. So this is the worst performing of the 3, but 22% is still incredible, guys. Most portfolio managers only aim for about 10 to 15%. expense ratio 0.65%, annual dividend yield 0.95%. This also follows a blended strategy of investing in both growth and value stocks of mostly large cap companies. So this is also generally focused in the large cap space, which I think has contributed to the slightly poorer performance of this ETF than the first one I mentioned on this list. But this one probably is a lot less volatile also. So this fund is comprised of 100 holdings, so it's also, I believe, the largest in this list, most of which operate in the information technology and financial industries. So what is this ETF's top 3 holdings? Well, the first is Baidu, like I mentioned previously, the Google of China. The second is Micron Technology with the ticker symbol MU. This is a provider of memory and storage solutions. And the third largest holding in this ETF is the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, so TSM. This is a Taiwan-based multinational semiconductor contract manufacturing and design company. Now, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing is a stock I mentioned previously on this channel. This company is a giant in the semiconductor manufacturing industry. So all these chips that we have in all our technological devices, phones, computers, laptops, whatever else it may be, this company probably makes the chips which goes into them. So what are your thoughts on blockchain technology and the top 3 ETFs in my list? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please do comment those below. If you guys did find any value in this video at all, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. And if you do want to know in real time exactly which stocks I'm personally buying, selling, and access my entire portfolio, and join a thriving community of some of the finest people on the internet, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an incredible day, and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.